Hello, everybody. It is Demo Donna here. Thank you so much for joining me. Another fabulous Wednesday night. Gorgeous day today. I am soaking up this beautiful weather until I am knee deep in the Minnesota snow, which I'll enjoy as well. But just want to say hi. I am super excited about tonight's Crafty Courtyard kit, because I am a huge lover of snowflakes and stars. Those are probably my two favorite shapes, if snowflakes is a shape. But snowflake cards, winter cards, it's kind of hard to stop making them. So again, I get to tonight, so I'm very excited. Thank you all for joining me. This month's Crafty Courtyard kit is called Chill is in the Air, which ironically enough, it was down to 38 last night. So that checks out. Chill is definitely in the air. And for this lovely October Crafty Courtyard kit, you're going to get a ton of goodies. I am going to go over to my other screen and show you everything up close and personal. I know you also see it from Michelle the first of the month. You get to see all of the kits available. So well, you already checked that out. So I'll go through this kind of quick and then make some fun. Of course, it's 90 in Florida. Karen, always showing off your Florida weather. I didn't say hi to you guys. Hello, manners, Demo, manners. Okay. Hi, Julie, and hi, Susan, and hi, Kelly, and Karen again. Oh, look, you said hi to me on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks, Karen. You're covering all the bases. Hello, Jana, and Lori, and Polly, and Frida, and Peggy. You just popped up on there too. 82. Nice. Gosh. And Heather. Heather, you snuck in there. Just about to go to my other camera. And hello to everyone who is popping on late or watching the replay. Next Wednesday, I might either go a little early or it might just be on Facebook. I will let you know. Okay, hello, Lynn. Let's get rid of this. Let's do this. Oh, I love that it's always like, how do I do this? Love that it's the same every week. You would think. There we go. Okay, so we'll start with your homework sheet. Tells you everything you'll get in your kit. And then plus, Michelle loves us, so she gives us some beautiful sketches and some card inspiration. Lovely. This paper kit this month is very nice. I'm excited. I probably could have used every sheet if I could spend like 3 hours making, maybe one day we'll do that. Maybe one day we'll just go live and I'll just keep working until I use every piece of paper in the kit. All right, so I'm going to set this here as my checklist and show you guys all the goodies. I'm picking them up. That is what you hear. Trying not to mess everything up. Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. That's what I'm doing this time. Okay, mesh bag, everybody, your project mesh bag. We all love it. It's big. It can fit your 8.5 by 11 papers in it, which is fabulous. You've got the exclusive confetti mix, but before we get to that, I'm going to show you guys the papers this month. I've already used my glittery paper. It's so pretty, and I only had this one. I tried to see if maybe I'd received one in another kit, and I did not. So beautiful glitter paper. All of these Pink and Maiden cardstock papers that you receive in this are 100-pound cardstock, which is great, nice, durable cardstocks. You receive the white, pebble, barbershop, sunny sky, and stop sign, and then this beautiful foil paper. Really fun color palette. It actually kind of had me work out of my comfort zone in terms of like adding that red color in with the warm blues for like a snowflake card. So yeah, it was fun. I love being pushed out of my comfort zone because I would have just kept it blues, which, you know, if you take my classes, there's a lot of blues. Okay, we've also got, so we went through that. We still got to go back to that. A Chill is in the Air sample pack, everybody. That is this beautiful paper pack. Like I said, it's got some touches of the red and the pebble in it, but the color palette is beautiful, as well as the patterns. So you are going to get a sample pack in your kit, and then I believe these papers, because it doesn't say exclusive, so I believe you'll be able to purchase a larger kit for the release. And this release this month, I did hear Caitlin that it's pushed back a week later, so it's the last week of the month is going to be the new release for Pink and Main for October. So mark your calendars so you don't forget. So there's the beautiful paper pack. Then we also have, now we'll do these guys. Here is your exclusive confetti. Lovely. They're, again, really unique color palette for me for winter, because for me it's reading very red, white, and blue. But when you pull in there these lighter blues and then the snowflakes, I can see it, like the red are berries. So here's that beautiful, there, can you see it? I sometimes just talk to myself. I forget to actually look in the camera to make sure you guys can see. So this has cute snowflakes included with the confetti as well. And I'm going to leave that on my desk so I do not forget to use it. Next, you have got this really fun dots, Swiss dots, 6x6 embossing folder. And I actually ran one through. And the cool thing about your Swiss dots is you can either have them go nice in a straight line, or if you run whatever you're doing through crooked, so this is how you get a nice straight line of dots. But let's say you have like a circle, well, circle's not, but you run something through at an angle, you're gonna then have more of like a spontaneous dot pattern. So just something to keep in mind when you're using that embossing folder. And I actually am using this in my upcoming class. Worked perfect for my background, so great timing, love it. You also have the snowflake frame die. I'm a sucker for frame dies. I love them all. So snowflake and a frame die, that's a win-win. Plus you get these bonus snowflakes that match your snowflake frame. So I absolutely love it. And then you have Warm Winter Wishes. It's got the outline as well as the detailed words that are in this set, as well as a large snowflake. So that is this one here. So it's a nice detailed large snowflake, which is so pretty and so dainty. All right, and then last but not least, we have a Cool Friends stamp set. And I'm not using this in my cards, but I did want to show you guys a couple tricks to stamping with long word dies like this, like a long saying sentiment. So I'm going to do that first, because if I don't, I'm going to forget. So I'm going to show you guys a few tricks. Let's move everything out of the way. Out of the way, everybody. Okay, so I grabbed a couple pieces of scrap paper, and they are right here. And I just wanted to show you guys, and who knows, like I announce whenever I show a trick, this might be new to you. This might be a refresher. This might be so thrilling. All right, so I'm going to take one of my ink pads, and I'm going to grab a long one here. So how about Enjoy the Magic of Winter? I will. Thank you very much. I'm going to peel that off. Okay, so step number one, first and foremost, if you just drop, so instead of ever trying to like place this back on, if you just drop it, that is how you get your acetate to go flat. I don't know if you've ever had trouble like trying to put this back and it gets like wrinkly. If you just drop it, it'll do it for itself. Okay, second trick, when you have long word dies like this, instead of trying to put them on your block straight, I recommend setting them down wherever and then picking them up. So that makes it a little easier to make sure you are picking up a straight line versus if you're grabbing it out and you're trying to line it up on the actual line itself. Sometimes it moves. You manipulate it a little bit. So if you just set it down, I don't know how I already got ink all over myself. It's a gift. Oh, it was on my block. I'm like, how am I already blue? It happens. Okay, hello, Rosalinda. Hello, Beth and Diana. I think I said hi to everybody else. I pretend I have a touch screen and I don't, and I just touched my computer for no reason. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Okay, so that is just a basic, how you can do a nice basic straight line. Enjoy the magic of winter. Very cool. Well, something else fabulous you can do with long word dies is you can make them round. So that's always fun. You can have this going down a corner of your page. So let's say I want like that, a nice little border stamp. That's kind of fun and different. Enjoy the magic of winter. Let's say you've got a banner die you want to match. So you can obviously manipulate it that way. I'm going to be really inky. You know, I dive into my work, you guys. You can have it go in waves or like an actual banner. If you want a banner, this would actually go back up. You got what I mean. Those were some tricks. I just wanted to show you some basic stamping tricks. You can do a corner. You can do a wave. That would be pretty, like on a banner. You can always also just ink a portion of it by covering it up with a Post-it, ink it, then stamp it. That's another fun little trick with long word dies. Now that I'm fully inky and blue, let's get started on our cards, shall we? That is not there. Okay. For the first card, we are going to do a shaker. And I did this for a kit. It was a Crafty Courtyard kit a while ago, obviously during the summer. And I did a split shaker card. And I know so many people liked it. I thought it would be fun to do a split shaker card again tonight. Obviously using the goodies from tonight. And I am going to grab, I've got my shaker panel, and this is the full shaker panel. This guy right here, A2 shaker cover. It says 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you just want to make sure that whatever you're putting inside, it's a 1/16 of an inch smaller than your A2 size. And it says there in fine print. So I went ahead and pre-cut out this white piece of paper, which is a 1/16 of an inch smaller on both sides. And I'm going to do a light blue on top and a red on the bottom. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to look at my hands, you guys. Don't look at your fingers, everybody. Don't look at your fingers. Okay, so this is beautiful cardstock from this lovely Chill is in the Air paper pad. Okay, so I'm doing a light blue on top. And I want to make sure I cut this white background paper to fit inside of my shaker. So I want to make sure that's not sticking out. And then this is kind of teeny. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is a sweater pattern, a fine knit sweater pattern, which I love. I am a sucker for the sweater patterns. We had a fall one, but a nice like big one, like a chunky yarn one. Very cool. I used it with the car die. Okay, so there is our red, and let's make sure that is fully on there. I don't want to run into any troubles. Okay, so now I've got my 50-50, and now we are going to do some design on the inside and some on the outside. So for the inside, I am just going to add, I'm kind of on the fence. You know what? I think I'm going to do everything on the outside. I was going to add some snowflakes, but I don't want to compete with my border. Good problems to have. So we're going to make our shaker now. You know, as the day progresses, I have about 150 different ideas, and sometimes they evolved, and then sometimes by the time I get here, I forgot which one I landed on. So it took a minute, which is fine. All right, with your panel shaker covers, you're going to peel off this and discard that. Any newbies out there tonight? Any newbies to Pink and Main Live, or curious about the Crafty Courtyard kit? Are all of our kits, there is more information on the website, because all of the dates are different for when they ship out and if you wanted to skip one. So make sure if you're interested in learning more information about that, you go check that out. Okay, I am going to peel off my 3 ends. One. Oh shoot, I almost forgot the whole point of our shaker is half a shaker, guys. Can you believe that? Okay, I can. It's been one of those days. Were you guys not going to tell me? Okay, fun fact. I got a new one. Look at that. Look at my little tiny baby one, and now I got a new one. I'm very excited. So exciting. Christmas in October. Okay, so to make this a split shaker, I'm going to need a divider. And I'm going to need a divider that goes all the way to the end. And I'm going to start here and go all the way across. And then I'm going to trim that. There we go. I'm glad I remembered before we sealed that all up. That would have been interesting. And we are doing the shaker on the bottom, which means I am going to seal up the top just like this. And this piece here with my blue inky fingers. And I like to start in the middle and then push out on both sides. And now that is locked in with nothing in it. It's just a sad little empty shaker, because we are going to spotlight our shaker on the bottom. And yes, I'm using these awesome specialty confetti mix. And yes, I'm pouring half of them out on my table. And yes, I forgot to pull the adhesive off. Well, that was funny. But you're welcome, everybody. And for more comedic relief, okay, that is too funny. You know, when you get so excited about a certain project, come out. Oh, those are going to get covered anyways. I was just going to leave it, but then I'm like, you know what? I could still fix it. Sometimes you just have to pretend that you're home alone and do exactly what you would be doing if you weren't doing a live. Okay, now that's empty. Now that's locked in. Thank you for laughing with me, Julie. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, what's the point? I mean, we are making cards. It's supposed to be fun even when you mess up. If you can't have fun making cards, come hang out with me. We'll make a mess together. All right, I am scooping and shoveling, scooping and shoveling. Christmas is coming. Got to get prepared for this. Okay, that was funny. I was sitting here watching going, why is everything falling down to the blue side? Oh, yes, I forgot kind of an important part to seal it. Wah, wah. All right. How are you guys feeling? Like, are you with me on you can do it? Thanks, Karen. I mean, I know all my students understand. You know, probably people tuning into this live for the first time are like, what am I watching? Is this the Pink and Main bloopers? I'm just throwing more in there because I can. Okay, that's good. All righty. Push that down. Seal that up. There we go. I really filled that up. There we go. Aha! And like I said, we'll cover those. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, you'll kind of see them, but we'll make it so you pay no attention to that. All right, I wanted to show you guys. I know I use these sporadically, but if you purchase these and have not used these yet, I'm trying to grab the actual package. Here we go. I used the Card Cut Essentials number 4, which have these 3 really great dies. And these are dies that go across your A2. So these are the 3 dies that I cut out. And these fit perfectly across your A2 card. So I just wanted you guys to see, these are very fun. You can layer them. Very cool. And I was going to use a different piece, but I'll use this one. Okay, so I'm going to do the across first, then add my snowflake. I'm looking for my easy tear tape. It's getting smaller and smaller, so it's hiding from me. I probably have it out on the table, which is fine. Instead, we'll use this. Okay. I'm gonna mount this. I'll just mount that onto an A2 card base. Okay. I'm gonna do this first, then I'm gonna do that guy. I'm gonna just change my mind about everything I do tonight. Everyone brace yourself. I hope you got something to stay hydrated, or I don't know, tonight you might need a strong hot tea. I'm gonna try to be more decisive moving forward. That's it, it's a goal, just for tonight. Starting tonight, I'll be decisive. Sometimes when you get so excited about a set, you have way too many ideas. It's just hard to land on one. Okay, because I'm gluing I'm gluing paper onto a slick surface, you do want to add a little extra love to it. So hold it down a little longer than you would if you were gluing paper to paper. Okay, now we're going to glue this guy on. And this is pulling in that red and blue as well. So I've got these cute little red berries on that paper pattern. So these are all 3. Oh, I'm upside down. Remember, that was going to be the bottom. But you know, go figure. You knew that. Okay, and I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to do that larger red. And remember, this is from Die Cut Essentials number 4. And you've got these great little layering dies that fit perfectly across your A2 card. So they're 4 1/4. And then here is my warm winter wishes. So this is why I didn't really need a shaker up top, because I'm going to cover it. And I'm glad I didn't put the snowflakes down, because like I thought, everything's going to be pretty much covered up here. So it's just going to make a nice background. I'm going to go right about there. And I forgot I popped this up, so I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape. And I'm going to take the back off. Oh, you know, sometimes you just have to spend the night laughing at yourself. There we go. There we go. All right. That's pretty simple. Actually, I was going to add some darker snowflakes to it. I guess we could do a little bit of layering, but I'm like, it looks pretty cute just as it is, right? That's kind of fun. That is kind of fun. With that fun little shaky, and again, a color palette I would never put together. So getting forced into color palettes sometimes is exciting. I have been eyeing these card cut essential dies. Well, Heather, let me just tell you, this one I'm pretty sure I just used for the first time today, because I'm like, I need something that goes across my A2. And then this one I've used a lot. As you can see, it's a little muckier. And this is Card Essentials number 3. And these 3-layer dies fit across your card going vertically. So these are 5.5 and these are 4 1/4. So those have been fun, and I've definitely used these circle dies. And I think there's 2 more. Yeah, it goes up to 4. So yeah, that makes sense. I've definitely used 1 and 2 a lot. 3 and 4 I've not used as much, but I'm diving into them. Okay, so yes, I am going to layer a couple, just since I've got my shaker down there. So maybe I'm going to just take like 2 little extra snowflakes up here. Yeah, I like that. I like it because I do. Just because it adds a little extra pop in those corners. All right, you guys, card numero uno. And I probably would have had this finished in 10 minutes, but I had to do it the hard way, which is way more rewarding if you make your cards the hard way by ripping them all apart, then putting them back together. Okay, card number 2 is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and then tonight gave me the perfect reason to do it. And I am using the thin alpha dies. I want to say I've used these before, but the best time to use your alpha dies is during the holidays. When you are designing, do you have a design in mind? And look in your supplies, that will make it work, or pick supplies and then design. Oh, Heather, I love that you think I have an answer to that. That would actually make sense. Heather in YouTube is asking me how my design works. Do I have a design in mind and then look at my supplies, or pick my supplies and then design from there? Heather, I am all over the place. I am what you call a crafty hot mess, and I love it. I have no answer. I think I do it several different ways. It just depends what I'm working with. Like, obviously, when I'm demoing for the Crafty Courtyard kit, I try to use everything in that kit with limited additions from outside dies, but I definitely do use outside dies. And then when I design my classes, it's usually a combination of things that I have, maybe some inspiration from other card makers or Pinterest like you guys. Sometimes it just starts with a color or a pattern paper that inspires me. So thank you for asking. Sorry, I don't really have an answer for you. My answer is Demo Donna is, a fall breeze. She's just all over the place. Okay, for our next card layout, these are also from this beautiful paper pattern that comes with this kit. And I cut out SN, let's see if we can spell snow demo, SNOW, but instead of the O, we are going to replace the O with a snowflake. I know, crazy, right guys? So we are going to do, I think I'm going to do a little combo. Well, I guess now that I didn't use all these guys, maybe I'll do, is that too bold? Should I keep it just white? I think it is a little too bold. I think my snow, my O needs to be soft like the rest of the words. Okay, I'm going with it. Okay, since my W and my O are really thick, it's not really going to be centered. So normally if I'm doing 4 letters, I will start in the center and do one letter on each side and work my way out. But because my S and my N are so tall and skinny, I'm actually lining up my words down here, and then I'm going to put them above. So it's not centered in terms of 4 letters. It's centered in terms of the length of the word. But again, if I was using my O instead of my snowflake, I would start with the N and the O in the center and add the other letters. So just something to keep in mind. That's something that also isn't an exact science when you're gluing letters on, because it really does depend on the shape and size of the letters. For instance, like when you do love or joy, it's all pretty, they're all pretty much the same size. Oh dear. My blue fingerprints all over my table right now are hilarious. All right, so I'm gonna throw snowflake number 1 down. All right. There's my S and my N. And this border is a little bit smaller than my words, but that's okay. There's my S, and I love this glitter paper. Like I said, I used half of it, and I would have used more, but I didn't because I didn't have any more. I just had that one sheet, and I looked through to see if I had any more, and I did not, unfortunately. Mind you, I know how to make it, so maybe I could have done that from the old glitter paper making days. Look at, and it's still not even because this guy should be scooted over just a little bit, but it might be too late, but maybe we could cheat. Oh, Demo, does it really matter? It doesn't. Just stick it back on there. Okay. Like I was trying to create something even. Did you guys see that? Did you see what I was doing? Okay, first time watching your live question. Why is it called Courtyard? You know, that is a great question. Did someone answer it? That's a good question. Oh. The answer was that's a good question. I believe the Crafty Courtyard kit has something to do with Pink and Main. Like in the beginning, the Pink and Main's like a shop and it's a courtyard kit. I know we had a group called the Crafty Courtyard Facebook group. So it's just Crafty Courtyard because I think that's an original name that Pink and Main named their monthly kits. So that's all. And courtyards are cute. Let's just go with that. I would say, Joy, if you would like to really get that answer, that would be a Michelle question. So you are going to have to fly to Florida, unless you're already there, and go ask her face to face. I highly recommend it. Okay, so I took one of our frames and I cut it out in this paper, and then I was playing around with cutting out this centerpiece, but that didn't quite work. So I still just kept my little edges. And instead of using my frame as a frame, for this one, we're going to use them as borders. So just another fun thing to think about with your frame is you don't always have to use it as is. You can use it however you feel. It's a die. You can do whatever your little heart desires. So I wanted to do a border snowflake from the top and the bottom. So I'm going to flip that over and add a little bit of glue right here. There we go. Look, I can't even glue the same. I put it on the border on one and the back of that on the other. There's no rhyme or reason. She's a mad crafter. She's mad. Okay. Ooh, you see where we're going here? It's soft. It's pretty. I can ask Joy. I will try to get to the bottom of this very intriguing question of yours. It's a really good question. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to glue this first or cut it first. I think I'm going to glue it first. I think I'm going to glue this down, but I'm going to pop it up because I can. All right. Just going to stick a little foam tape in the middle there. Peel that off. I love that I turned it around, even though there's nothing on my paper. Don't want to have it upside down. Okay, so now we are going to flip that over. Yeah, that makes it a little bit easier to cut, because then I can line up my scissors and just cut and cut. Same on this side. Cut and cut. It helps if you tell it what it's doing. And look at how beautiful that is. We're not even done, and that is so pretty. Anyone? Bueller? What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, hearts, hearts, hearts. You love it all around. Did everybody leave? Am I still on Facebook? Sometimes you gotta check in. You just never know. All right. Woo! Let it snow. Okay, we are throwing in some of our fall leaves. This is our fall leaf die. I have some of mine off. This isn't all of them, but you get 2 great sizes, and I cut mine out in the sunny sky. Oh, thanks, Karen. Oh, thank you, Heather. Oh, Beth, great. All right, you guys are still here. Just need to make sure. And I'm gonna do like a couple little leaves here. I'm trying to decide, do I want to tuck them? Those little stems? I think so. I think we're gonna ditch the stems. So I'm just gonna do a little line down the bottom. So this guy I'm kind of gluing to my snowflakes, so it's not even adhered to the card. And I squeezed up the sides of my leaves, so I've got a little dimension. If you're one of my students, you guys have now caught on, and you know I do that in like everything involving leaves and flowers. I can't help it. I think they just look a little bit more natural. So I'm going to do that. So I did one on top and one on the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same up here. I'm going to take that bigger leaf. I think with this one, I'm going to add on the bottom and do the smaller one on top. And then I'm going to take my smaller one. Oh, thank you, Patty. I thought this would be a fun, different way to use your frame die, because you know, you don't always want to do frames, and this is such a beautiful look and technique when you're done. It's good to see. I try to show you guys different options. Definitely something I try to do. Okay, so here are my leaves, and then I am just going to add, do I want to add a few more snowflakes? I think I'm just going to do a little embellishing with our confettis. So in typical confetti fashion, I like to make a huge mess. Ooh, I'm going to need my pickup tool for this. Yes. I'm going to do a little 1, 2, 3. And I want these awesome snowflakes. Oh no, I already dropped him. I've already dropped him in glue. And I think I'm just going to do one down there, the blue one. And then I'm going to do a little I'm going to do a couple little dots. Just kind of a little, I think I need a few more little ones. This This is that part of the show where we get really quiet because we're using our brain. This guy is gonna stick. Stay! It helps for me if they're flipped over. Last but not least, I've now got glue on my pickup stick. Wow, she's really special tonight. Here we go, everybody. Almost done. And then I'm going to show you one last thing. I think we're going to do a couple more little dots. And I actually love it. I think it turned out perfectly. Even through all of our ups and downs. You know, it's just so much more worth it. It's the climb. That's what my Lace Iris says. Or at least she did. Old school. All right. Oh, I like that. Woo! What do you guys think? See our fun little like confetti, like the wind. You got the snow and the wind and realistic blue leaves. And you got your half shaker. Fun, right, guys? Totally different. Two totally different concepts with that border. Okay, last but not least, we're going to try to make an even bigger mess tonight. You're welcome. I do it so you don't have to. That should be my new motto. Okay, I just wanted to show you our beautiful Swiss dots. And then I'm going to we're just going to do a little light inking, maybe. This has not been practiced or rehearsed, so this could turn out cute or be a hot mess. If it's a hot mess, we'll just pretend that it turned out cute. Okay, I'm taking my beautiful Pink and Main inks. I've got Lakeside and Barbershop, and I'm just gonna do a nice little ombre. I like to kind of grab. Here comes the coughing. Just gonna do a light dusting. And since we're gonna be putting a frame over it, you don't really have to worry about going all the way to the sides. So I'm gonna go down. I should have started lighter up here. I should have blended it up, but that's okay. Like I said, this is just kind of a last spontaneous thing to show you this embossing folder. And here's my Barbershop ink, which is a nice darker blue. So fun fact in terms of reorders of paper pads so far, if you're looking to get started, the two I've now reordered is the Barbershop and the Lakeside are my two clearly most used favorite papers. All right, so there is a really simple ink blending technique, very simple, with the two different colors. And then I cut out my border with that holographic silver foil background. And then you can just slap on your warm winter wishes. And look at how simple and beautiful that becomes. And just really playing with that background. Lakeside and Dress Shop. You know what, Karen? I might have to go back. Dress Shop actually might have been the first one I reordered. That really beautiful hot pink. I could have just forgotten that, but yeah. And again, these guys are so fun. This is the one that comes with the words, but you can add in your snowflakes. You can layer them. Really beautiful, but it's such an intricate, beautiful design. It even just looks nice plain. So, in recap, you guys, we played with everything in our kit tonight. We played with the paper pack. We used a lot of the beautiful papers, all the dies, the sequins. We made a split shaker card It almost didn't happen, but we figured it out, we meaning me. And that beautiful border, some of our fabulous dies. We did a nice breezy snowfall with snow. Here's just a fun and simple, I know I didn't glue it together, but just a fun and simple using that beautiful background and your snowflake border die. And don't forget, we also learned some fun stamp tricks. So how easy it is to manipulate your straight across stamps, and you get a lot of them in this set. So there you go, you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you watching. Again, next week, I will either go early or only be on Facebook. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Remember, share these videos. Post it on your Facebook pages so people know how to find us. And to all my students watching, I will see you in class tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous evening. Bye-bye.